Hey, it's okay. Don't worry, I'm gonna help you. Come with me.
Mom told us to leave tonight. We have nowhere to go. She said it was for our own good. The millionaire stopped walking when he heard that. What the children said next would change every life on that street. The words fall out of the smallest child. First, fast and shaking, like stones hitting the ground. Mom kicked us out. We did nothing wrong. Just need help. The street freezes around them. A man in a dark coat stops mid-step. He is tall, broad-shouldered, moving with the quiet weight of someone who has carried too much for too long. People know his name. They know his face from magazines and business pages. A self-made millionaire. It's a man with money, power, and influence. But in this moment, none of that is what makes him turn around. It is the children. 3 of them. Thin jackets, worn shoes, eyes too old for their faces. The man kneels without thinking. Cold stone presses into his knee, but he does not feel it. He looks at them the way he once looked at soldiers under his command, searching for the truth. Beneath the fear, and the truth is everywhere. Their hands are red from the cold. Their stomachs growl in uneven rhythm. The oldest keeps glancing over her shoulder, afraid that the house behind them might open its door and swallow them back into. Something worse? The millionaire asks nothing. He waits. The middle child speaks next, voice steady in a way that hurts to hear. She says their mother said the house needed to be quiet. She said the man coming tonight did not like kids. She said they were in the way. A car passes. Someone laughs. Down the street, life keeps going. The man feels something old wake up inside his chest. A pressure. A memory of nights when silence meant survival and speaking meant danger. He tells them to stay close. He stands, placing himself between the children. In the house like a wall made of flesh, people begin to notice. This man did not grow up rich. Long before the headlines, before the private planes and glass offices, he wore another uniform. One that smelled of dust, oil, and fear. He had learned how silence could save lives, how calm could carry men through chaos. Years earlier, he stood. In deserts, where the air burned, the lungs and nights were sharp with the smell of metal and smoke. He remembers the weight of his gear digging into his shoulders, the sound of breath inside a helmet, the way the ground vibrated when danger came close. He remembers the faces. A friend who joked to hide his fear, a medic who never slept, a kid, barely old enough to shave, who asked him if courage ever stopped hurting. Some of them never came home. He did, but pieces of him stayed there when the war ended. The world felt too loud, too careless. He worked because work was quiet, built something because building gave him control. Money came slowly, then all at once. People called him successful. They called him lucky. They never asked what he traded for it. Now he looks at the children and sees that same tight courage he once saw in soldiers. Not loud, not dramatic, just there, doing its job. A door opens behind him. The mother steps out, wrapped in a clean coat, her face tight with anger and fear mixed together. She says they are lying. She says they are dramatic. She says this is none of his business. Her voice is sharp, but her eyes flick past him, toward a black car pulling up to the curb. The children shrink. The millionaire stays still. He feels the cold now. It creeps up from the ground into his bones. He does not move aside. He does not raise his voice. He asks her why. She says she needs help. She says the man arriving is important. She says this is her chance. She says kids complicate things. Oldest child whispers that their mom promised they could come back later. She said just for tonight. The word tonight hangs heavy. Bystanders gather. Some watch with folded arms. Some look away. No one steps forward. Silence grows thick, pressing in. The millionaire understands this silence well. It is the kind that lets harm happen. He speaks slow and even. Says children are not things you set outside when company arrives. He says safety is not something you pause. The mother laughs, brittle and loud. She says he would not understand. He has everything. She is wrong. He He understands loss. He understands corners you feel pushed into. He understands fear that makes people choose badly. The car door opens. A man steps out, expensive shoes touching the pavement. He looks annoyed already. He asks what the delay is. The mother straightens, smiles too fast. The millionaire turns his body slightly, shielding the children more fully. The streetlights catch the lines on his face, lines carved by years of discipline and regret. He says, "The children are staying right where they are." The man from the car scoffs. He says this is ridiculous. He says they will take their business elsewhere. The mother hesitates. Her eyes dart between the car and her children. Something inside her fractures. She tells the kids to move. She says, "Go wait at the corner." She says, "Do not embarrass her." The smallest child starts to cry. Silent tears sliding down dirty cheeks. The millionaire feels the weight of every silent moment he ever regretted. He does not raise his voice. He says no. Less that. No. It lands heavier than shouting ever could. The man from the car steps closer, his irritation turning sharp. He asks who he thinks he is. The answer comes without pride. He says he is someone who will not step aside. A pause stretches. Phones come out. Whispers ripple. Someone recognizes him. Someone says his name. Power shifts. Subtle but real. The man from the car stiffens. He knows the name. Money behind it. But money is not what fills the space now. The children cling to the man's coat, feels their hands tremble. He remembers a night when a young soldier grabbed his sleeve the same way. Asking without words to not be left alone, he says quietly that no deal is worth abandoning your own blood. He says opportunities that demand cruelty are traps. These words are not speeches. They are truths earned the hard way. The mother's shoulders sag. The first time she looks small. She looks at her kids and sees them, really sees them, standing in the cold because she asked them to. Her voice breaks. She says she is scared. She says she thought this was the only way. The millionaire nods. Fear does that, lies the man from the car clears his throat. He says this is uncomfortable. He says they are leaving. The car pulls away. The street XLS. No applause. It's just a quiet shift back toward. Right, the mother sinks onto the steps. She covers her face. The oldest child hesitates, then moves closer to her, placing a hand on her arm. Small act of grace. The millionaire crouches again. He tells the children they are safe now. He tells them no one is going anywhere tonight. A neighbor finally steps forward, offering blankets. Another offers hot soup. The silence breaks into soft motion. Later, when the children are warm and fed, the mother speaks to the man. She apologizes. Without excuses, she says she forgot what mattered. He listens. Listening is also a skill learned in hard places. He tells her that strength is not choosing between success and love. Strength is refusing deals that ask you to lose yourself. That line stays with people. Spreads online the next day, shared by strangers who never knew the street or the cold. Another line follows, spoken to the children as he leaves. You are never a burden for needing safety. And one more, said to no one in particular as he walks away. Silence is only powerful when it protects the right thing. The crowd watches him go. A man with money moving through the dark like any other person, carrying nothing but his coat and his past. The children watch too, their eyes brighter now. The fear loosened its grip. The street returns to normal, but something has changed. A reminder hangs in the air that dignity does not shout. Stands the next morning. Sunlight touches the house. The door opens. The children step out together, holding hands. The world looks different when you know someone stood for you. And somewhere across the city, a man starts his day. Unseen battles still etched in his posture, choosing again to use his silence wisely. Because real power is not loud. It listens. It waits. And when it moves for those who cannot. If this story made you feel something, share where you are watching from. Tell us what you think true strength looks like. And subscribe for more stories that honor quiet courage and the people who carry it every day.